Hi, bae. It's me, Bayla Stray, and I'm back. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about Creepshow art and if she is coming back to YouTube. And there are a little bit of sensitive subjects in this, so if you're not into that, this is not the video for you. Everything I say in this video is my opinion and should not be taken as fact. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. So Creepshow Art, also known as Shannon, is an art commentary channel who gets high off of holding people accountable and making horrible jokes, just to remind everybody that she's just a big old tub of sardines with human brains, my dude. And Shannon definitely has the wow factor about her. I remember the first video I watched was about Shane Dawson ruining Graveyard Girl's career. After that, I continued to watch Shannon and get her hot takes on current topics and listen to her story times, because remember, she's just a relatable sardine can. And as a viewer, I knew her story times were fake and she was as biased as all get out, pushing the political correctness agenda, and she was gonna ride that political correctness train all the way to the top because she was definitely getting high off those fumes. As a content creator, she always provoked feelings, so she was definitely good at her job. Shannon will not let you forget that she was homeless, some might say by choice, referencing the Emily Artful video, which we'll get to in a second. And it's been called out that Shannon's homelessness is a scapegoat for all of her choices that she makes in the past, present, and future. And that was until she needed the ultimate scapegoat, which was her stalker Amy, aka Emily Artful, aka the girl Shannon was really stalking. I know, confusing, right? And that brings us to today's drama, where Creepshow was exposed on lolcow for talking shit about other content creators. And lolcow is like an anonymous Reddit site where you talk shit about your best friends. I'm just kidding, that's just what Shannon did it for. And she was talking about her so-called friends like Corpse Husband, D'Angelo Wallace, and Ready to Glare, you know, who all made dope new age content just like Shannon, my dude. And this exposed Shannon for that everything she stands for is actually everything that she's against. And she tried to blame it on her stalker, aka Emily Artful, aka the girl who's actually getting stalked by Shannon. But Emily came out and said, Shannon's actually stalking me and I have a whole bunch of receipts to prove it. And Shannon and her boyfriend, husband, whatever he is to her, were accused of stalking, possessing underage compromising photos of Emily, and overall harassment. And this exposed Creepshow as a creep, no pun intended. Shannon's boyfriend, husband, was exposed for being an abuser in Emily and his relationship, because they were in a relationship before him and Shannon. That's Emily's story to tell, and if you want to hear it, you can go to her channel and watch it. Shannon being exposed is an act of new performative activism being exposed. Like, she was playing the part where she was pretending to be this good guy, this moral high ground, when in reality she was saying these mean, nasty things behind the scenes and was this mean, nasty person. But I think Shannon is one smart sardine cookie, and I don't think we've seen the last of her. This is just my theory and not at all facts. But one thing that Shannon always mentioned is that her and her husband, boyfriend, whatever, shared the same phone. And that always stood out to me in kind of like an abusive relationship way, like a really controlling kind of way. I don't know, it just kind of seemed weird to me. But if Shannon was able to set up so many Easter eggs and scapegoats in the past, then she could have been planting them all along. All Shannon has to do is come on here and say that she was in an abusive relationship and she was scared of her husband, boyfriend, and all the commentators that are talking shit about her now will change their tune and sing another song. And there is already somebody coming forward saying that they were friends with Shannon in real life and that Shannon did do this and Shannon is in an abusive relationship, and this person coming forward was also in an abusive relationship. So there's so many red flags, and I honestly think this is Shannon coming forward painting the picture that she is in an abusive relationship, and just in general remind me to stay away from art YouTubers. And I think that's the problem with political correctness on the internet today. because most things on the internet are fake. I haven't shared my real life on the internet in the past 5 years, so just because somebody says something on the internet doesn't make it true. And I'm not victim blaming. All I'm doing is pointing out the flaws in the system that says if it looks right on paper, then it's automatically right, no matter if it's based on truth or not. But that's politics for you. Political correctness. I know this is a real serious subject, but I really believe Shannon is going to come back. Remember, if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. So, bye, bae.